One of life's biggest mysteries is the existence of ghosts. It stems from the question, is there life after death? Most people are still inclined on the belief that they do exist. This is probably because afterlife or spirits are connected to religion, which is something majority of the population still have. Some people will disagree though, because it is physically impossible. Mostly scientific people with no beliefs such as God and superstitions. Nevertheless, it is still unknown if they really do exist. Anyway, since we are talking about ghosts, I want to share some unusual experiences I've had possibly concerning them. The earliest experience I can recall was back when I was very young. I think it was back in 2009 or earlier. It was a cloudy afternoon. I was in our living room where our front door was at. I was being my usual quiet self and then I looked out the screen door. Our cousin's house was right in front of our house, so that was our eye-seeing. They weren't at home though. Then I looked up into the second story window of their house, and to my surprise, I saw an oddly shaped face that had a tan color. Then probably 2 seconds after seeing it, it went away in a very strange, smooth, curved motion, like a car turning right, but backwards. I was scared immediately and called for my mother and told her what just happened. She wouldn't believe me. The second experience was during a brownout at night back in a time I can't remember. I was just using my computer, then suddenly, boom, electricity was out. The thing was that it was already 9 p.m. So when everything became dark, the only thing I could see was the moonlight reflecting on the window. When I was about to stand, something kept me on my seat that made my spine tingle. I saw a silhouette of a rod-like figure moving from left to right in front of me, visible only because of the moonlight. I stayed seated for a few seconds, feeling very scared. Then walked to our bedroom feeling cautious. Then the power went on a few minutes later and I didn't talk about it. Finally, the most recent was just this November. It was so direct that I was completely dumbfounded from what I just witnessed. I just came home from school. It was 2 p.m. I went straight for our bedroom, but when I tried to open the door, it was locked. And so I ignored it and changed into my house clothes. Then just when I was approaching the door, I was stopped at about 2 meters away because I heard the door unlock. Then after unlocking, the handle clearly and audibly turned by itself. The door opened slowly and I was very shocked. I couldn't believe what happened. If that wouldn't convince me ghosts were real, I don't know what could. But fortunately, nothing's ever gonna make me believe that any of those experiences of mine were because of ghosts. I do not believe in anything out of the objective reality, from God to ghosts to superstitions. I was able to debunk the experiences anyway. There were explanations as to how each happened. That's why I advise anyone to think about a scientific or logical explanation of a peculiar event before thinking it's a work of the paranormal. Thanks for listening.